Could you please put your hand up if the career you have studied is not related to the job you are doing right now? If you take a look around you, you will get a rough idea of what I believe is one of the most overlooked but significant issues that teenagers face nowadays. Good morning, my name is Iria, and today I will be talking about alleviating the stress of choosing a career in an erratic world. As of right now, I'm in my first year of baccalaureate. I have 2 years left of high school, which basically means that I have 2 years left before having to make that all too daunting decision. What am I going to work as when I'm older? I mean, it sounds ridiculous just saying it out loud. Choosing a career is probably one of the hardest choices a 17 to 18-year-old will have to make at this stage of their life. We are expected to find a job that does it all, engages our talents, makes us plenty of money, and reflects well on our family. The thing is that we are led to believe, not only by our parents and other external influences, but by the educational system, that if we fall short of this perfection, we are depriving ourselves of happiness and living our life to our fullest potential. Is our happiness and our quality of life really determined by a choice we make when we're finishing high school? The insistence on having the precise steps of our future plan figured out is a constant in our lives. Even so, people will unconsciously let their parents and friends choose for them, or even employ non-verified online quizzes to guide them in this turbulent sea of confusion and indecision. Not surprisingly, this leads to colossal failure in the long run, with a staggering 80% of students changing their major at least once within 3 years of enrollment. I'm sure everyone here has heard of the band Coldplay. Well, what you might not know is that its lead singer, Chris Martin, actually went through 5 years at UCL, where he graduated with first-class honors in Greek and Latin. The situation is similar for Harry Styles, Brad Pitt, Natalie Portman, and countless others. Now, this is not a call to action for everyone to just quit their jobs and pursue singing or acting careers, but to shed light on the reality, which is that only 27% of college graduates end up in a job related to their profession. We live in a society where teenagers are pressured into choosing a career, not only from an early age, but also under the influence of those around us. This choice is deemed as one of the most important decisions of our life, and we are assured that if we choose incorrectly, we will forever be disappointed, unhappy, and unfulfilled. I want us to reconsider these statements. Can't we see that we're putting too much pressure on a choice that at the end of the day doesn't really condition our future? Or looking at it from another perspective, how exactly really are we supposed to make an educated, informed, and correct choice when it has been demonstrated that 85% of the jobs that will exist in 2030 haven't even been invented yet? As we know, today's generation of adolescents is growing up in a technology-oriented world where computers, machines, and AI will not only determine how we live our lives, but the professions which are available to us. I want students to be able to, once we step out of high school and start to face the professional world, to choose a career which we know is what we're passionate about, as well as having earned the necessary skills to navigate these new and uncertain workplaces. The current educational system is not adequately preparing adolescents for making a truly informed career choice and for the technological revolution that will be taking place, or even better, is taking place in the labor market right now. I am here to propose the 3 main ways we can tackle these issues. Number 1, prioritize teaching students the skill sets needed in the future. Innovation, creativity, curiosity, judgment and decision-making competencies, or even adaptability. These are just some of the skills that experts predict will dominate the labor market in the foreseeable future, and millions of students around the globe aren't even hearing about them in the classroom. The cultivation of these skills can be achieved through active learning, making use of natural resources, working more on group projects, with teachers helping students find what they enjoy doing, but most importantly, they're focusing on understanding and applying concepts instead of just memorizing facts for tests. Number 2, grant students the opportunity to familiarize themselves with professions. The amount of people who have chosen a career via approximation methods such as elimination or guesswork is vast. Most get into a career without really knowing what they will be studying, and most shockingly, without having a clue as to what possible paths exist once they finish their higher education. This is why we must focus on establishing more programs where students can take a look at the actual work life of different professions. This could mean organizing national or international events where students can work side by side with workers. It can mean giving students more positions of responsibility, or even just organizing virtual calls and conferences where they can ask workers about different aspects of their job. And number 3, cultivate an environment where experimenting and uncertainty are welcome. From my experience, the worst aspect of facing the "what do you want to study" interrogation is having your answer be, "I'm not sure yet." Because if we express an ounce of uncertainty, we will be heavily frowned upon. I want us to start working towards a society where we can just try things out. Simply to have a go at things. We can face indecision when it comes to choosing a career because not knowing is okay. Making mistakes and experimenting with different passions is what is going to help us figure out what we enjoy. Every single thing we do is valuable. How can it be that something that is broadening our experiences and helping us figure out what we enjoy be considered a waste of time? To conclude, I want to finish by saying that the future is filled with uncertainties, and so is a teenager's life. But instead of focusing on what a teenager should be doing and ignoring the future that technology is creating, we should focus on supporting adolescents during this difficult period of their lives. Adults can easily do this by offering a helping hand whenever it's needed, but most importantly, by teaching us how to excel in this new world, via either cultivating the skills that will be the most important, demonstrating what professions are actually like, and by letting us discover what we enjoy, who we are, and above all, who we aspire to be. Thank you.